Bringing home the 1955 Chevy two-door sedan.
What did I haul for you before your lift?
August 29th, and we got the first fitment of the small block Chevy engine in 55, and it's looking good. I use motor mounts that were forward so it would give me enough room at the firewall, and it looks just fine. We got the whole front suspension finished, disc brakes, everything on the front suspension has been removed and rebuilt. Finished up the rear differential, removed that, removed the axles, put new seals in, new bearings, checked the pinion, and there's a correct lash there. And there's 370 gears. It's tough to see, but it's all cleaned up. We got the fuel line and battery running up the chassis rail. And I've got the battery relocated in the trunk. And so I can check on the exhaust and get that kind of set up in place. And it looks like it should be pretty straightforward. So August 29th, and things are coming along on the 55. All right, thanks. See ya. First test fit of the 350 and the 55 Chevy. Got the rear end finished up, reinstalled. Can't see much here, but everything's cleaned up. Rebuilt the rear end. Has 370 gears in it, so they should be good for just general road cruising. Here's the cross member for the transmission. Put these hugger headers on it just because I had fitment problems on the driver's side, of course. But these look like they're gonna work. I should be able to put a 90-degree in there pretty easily. So that's the first fit. It looks pretty good. Here's where the engine mounts that were forward, and I use those just because I wanted to make sure I had enough clearance at the firewall. And it looks like there's about 1.5 inches maybe. So it should work. Sway bar in place. Got the front disc brakes finished and installed. The whole front end suspension is rebuilt. All new bushings everywhere. New shocks, disc brakes, sway bar. Still using the old original parts for the suspension, but they should work just fine. So that's where I'm at. It's August 29th. Okay, see you later. So we're working underneath the dash and I can't see a damn thing. And now that I've got some lights to be able to see, these lit gloves work perfect. So, what I can see down there. See? They light it up. Perfect gloves. I love them. Well, after looking at the video, it looks like the ring gear is not on the flywheel uniformly. So that is kind of upsetting because the machine shop that I deal with put that on, and I'm gonna have to take it down to them and have a little discussion. So I'm not looking for my money back or anything like that, but I do want to let them know that that's something that they should check. It was off-center enough that it fouls up the starter gear, and you know, when it's too close to the starter, it jams. And then on the other side, 180 degrees from the, you know, that point on the flywheel, it's going to be a larger gap than it should be. So it's just not right. So I'll take the flywheel off, and tomorrow I'm going to head to the machine shop. But yeah, I'm not happy at all. I haven't been happy since I realized and looked at the first video I made, which is part 1. I'm just really disappointed in the machine shop. They do a good job. I've had heads done, and you know, valve jobs, bored out cylinders, the works, and they're really good. But this time, not so much. So here's the mess I have that I've been dealing with for the past 5 hours, trying to disassemble everything. And again, it's my bad. I should have checked it before I put the engine and transmission in the car. You probably also noticed some of the really crappy weld jobs I've done, so I'm gonna have to, you know, deal with that. You know, take it and have a real welder TIG weld it. So anyway, I'm done with this episode. It's upsetting me. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching again. Please subscribe. See you on the next one. trying to get an accurate diagnosis of exactly what's going on. I just want to get this one last video before I decide if the out of center flywheel and ring gear are due to either the ring gear being put on wrong with different gaps around the perimeter of the flywheel, or if it's the flywheel that's kind of has an off-center problem, or hopefully not the crankshaft being bent and creating an offset. So this is about it. I'm going to decide if I'm going to take the flywheel back to the machine shop where I bought it and just start fresh with a new flywheel and ring gear, or what. So we'll see how things look after I examine this video, and eventually I'm going to take the flywheel off and measure from the center hub to the outside of the ring gear, just to make sure, just to get the best idea of what's going on. So thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, making videos, but I've been rebuilding cars for quite some time, and this is it's a 350 engine with a Saginaw 4-speed that I'm putting in this 55 Chevy that I'm restoring. So things are coming along as far as the car itself, but this was pretty much a setback for getting the engine up and running. What I should have done after realizing I had this kind of problem was I should have started this engine on an engine stand before I even put it into the car. You know, lessons learned. I've done it before, started the engines before I put them in cars just to make sure. But this time, it was a little different. Just because I wanted to get the car together as soon as possible. You know, it's, I guess I'm going on the 12th month, 11th month that I've been restoring this car. In the summertime, I had painted it, done all the body work, painted it, started getting parts, and so now I've got all the parts together available to put on the car, and so that's kind of where I'm at. So I'll have a look at the video and determine what I'm going to do. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Just as a side note, the final resolution of the bad flywheel was that the run out of the flywheel was about a 1/16 of an inch. I took it back to the machine shop and they did well and replaced the bad one with brand new flywheel and ring gear. So in the end, I'm happy. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe.